Not sure how to work your mouse here. Stop it. Okay. Are we recording?
Yep. So you see up in the left corner, it says recording.
Okay.
Hey, Rob, it's so great to see you.
Yeah, so let's just take a deep breath, huh? Let's take another deep breath. We give thanks for this extraordinary opportunity to be together as community. We are here truly for such a time as this. What an extraordinary moment in history to be alive. We can feel the evolution of consciousness unfolding even as we speak. We are so grateful for our journeys, individually and collectively, every single thing that has led to this precious moment. We come here as midwives. We come here to birth something. And we are not just outer participants, we are that which is being birthed as well. So in this moment right now, we just move to a place of humble listening. Something has called us to this moment. Something has called us to this very call. We let go of our agendas. Any angst, fears, ought tos, shoulds, agendas. And we open up wide for discernment. We open up wide for healing. We open up wide for inspiration. So that the collective genius of this configuration of the divine that comes here this day lifts us, helps to sustain us, so that we can go forth from here and do a mighty work. God bless everything that transpires here, knowing that it is good and very, very good. We just get out of the way, we allow it to be, and so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
So it is. All right, this is exciting.
Wow.
All right, so let's do a little roll call check-in here. I've got my trusty dusty assistant Leah
I
Simone
can't hear them though.
Reed here. Then you got to get my computer and get on Zoom or
I'll
something.
go in your office. And,
Okay, then
yeah,
he's going to drive me here.
I think you got it.
I got to think and drive?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, are you sure now?
Yeah.
Okay. No insecurity here.
I can talk from there if you have a question.
So, let's see who all is here.
Just tell me their names.
Well, but I saw some people before I don't see now.
If you hit here, it scrolls.
Here?
No, see that arrow?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm the Beverly Hillbillies. Oh! Okay. So here scrolls. All right. So I'm going to ask each of us to introduce yourself. Tell us where you're signing in from. What part of the country? Looks like a lot of you might be here locally in Santa Cruz. And what I want you to do with this check-in, and some people are live here, I'll put them on, is give us your name, where it is you're calling in from, and what brings you to this call, like to this particular Zoom conference. Okay, I am going to call on some people just to make it go a little faster. Dwayne?
Yeah, hi. I'm calling from Sonoma, California.
You're calling from where again?
Sonoma, California.
Okay. It's a very bad echo, so I didn't catch it. Go ahead. And what brings you to the call?
Well, I'm just feeling called to do a higher level of service, and one that's really based in love and taking on bigger issues for humanity. There's so much that we're facing right now, so much that needs to be done.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. How about Gail?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you.
This is Gail. I'm calling from Santa Cruz, California. And I've been involved in, I guess, different community organizing efforts over the years. And I'm looking for, I guess, a community of support that recognizes that urgency and desperation are not the best organizing principles for making real change in the world.
Very well said. Very well said.
Thank you.
Very good. Esperanza. Are you there? Okay, maybe she's muted or doing something else. How about Nate?
Hi, I'm Nate. I'm calling from Santa Cruz, California, so I'm local. And, you know, I want to make a difference, and I want to act not out of fear, but out of love.
Great. Elizabeth.
Yeah, hey, I'm in Norway, Trondheim. And
You're in where?
in Norway, Trondheim.
Very good.
Yeah. So I just saw the post on Facebook and I just reacted or responded or whatever.
So, Elizabeth, did you stop?
Yeah, this is so okay. Yeah, well, why am I here? I don't know. I'm just answering the call, I guess.
Very good.
That's what I'm doing.
Very good. Very, very good. Kaylee.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Dugan, and I'm calling in from Santa Cruz as well. Many years ago, when I first got into it, I heard that at Agape, when you went to practitioner training, there was two paths you could take. Either take one towards being a prayer person in doing service that way, or you could learn to be a change agent. And I've been waiting for 10 years for an opportunity to be a practitioner who learns how to be a change agent. So this is worth every moment of being ready to learn how to do this.
Very good. I love it. How about, who else is on here? I see some telephone numbers, but I don't know who the people are. So who's 451-225? Are you there?
415.
225? Okay. How about A31465?
That's me.
Leah?
Yeah.
Okay. Besides being my assistant, what brings you to the call?
What brings me to the call is I am always so moved and driven to action when I hear you speak about current events and social justice work, and it's one of the things that really attracted me to you 20 years ago. So I never want to miss a chance to be part of
Change.
All right. Very good. How about 332-1395? Is that someone speaking?
I guess I'm
You're not coming through.
I'm having technical problems. This is Esperanza.
Oh, okay. Very good. And what's bringing you to the call?
It is time to be an institution.
Okay. I have a message from Esperanza saying that she's here, but she doesn't have a mic. Is it possible, Leah, to use my laptop so the people in the room here can hear? Because when I have the earphones on, they can't hear. All right. So we have a couple more people in the room. I'd like for them to be able to introduce themselves.
When we do two computers in the same room, and the whole thing echoes, and that's the echo you're hearing tonight as well.
Okay.
That's why I hung up our phone. Echo chamber with all.
Okay. So the people in the room aren't going to be able to hear them. Okay.
Or vice versa.
All right.
They're going to hear you.
Do you want to call in? Can they call in from their telephones?
See, yeah.
Do you want to call in so you can hear everybody?
Yeah.
Call in with my phone?
Yeah. If she'll give you telephone numbers, and that way you can call in. But in the meantime, so we don't need to keep using time, come here and introduce yourself. Sit down here. Sit here for a second. Put these in there real quick.
My name is Tamate Peterson, and the reason why I'm here is because I feel that there's some definitely changes that need to be going on in our society, and I know that the Rev has a beautiful message, and I believe in her, and I know that what she brings to us is change, and I want to be a part of that change.
All right. Very good.
So, Rev D, this is Kaylee. I think you will find with modern technology, you don't have to use the earphones anymore. We can hear you fine without the microphone.
Oh, okay. Well, this is Judy Noon, and I first came to Inner Light about 10 years ago. And got some education here at Inner Light. And in 2008, I committed to nonviolent non-participation. And a few weeks ago, I just knew that I needed to start participating. And I heard Reverend D's message on Sunday, and I started weeping, and I just know where I need to be.
Right.
Can I just start talking?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
This is Margot Sansinger, and I live here in Santa Cruz, and I've been going to Inner Light for 10 years also, and I'm a practitioner, and I'm full of energy, and I'm full of light, and I am ready to do something after having listened to the conventions on the television. I just know there's got to be a better way, and I'm part of it, and that's why I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to try something in a moment here. Can you still hear me?
Perfectly.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, but I'm not hearing them.
Yes, I can hear you.
They can hear you at all?
Yeah, they can hear me, but can we get your volume up a little bit?
Yeah, that's, I think, might be.
Because Zoom should be able to do it without the...
Without, you don't need the mics or the speakers anymore.
Hold 1 second, I think we have it now.
You have it right there. There you go. If you just click it up at the top.
Okay, you there?
Yes.
All right. We should be able to do Zoom without the headphones, and then that way everybody in the room would be able to hear it. Because they use Zooms in meetings all the time. Okay, so the good news is that so far everybody has passed the test. Okay, that was a pop quiz, and I'll tell you why it was a pop quiz. Is that everything is always going to start with your intent. Okay, that's the most important thing. I think when I'm speaking, shouldn't I be big on the screen? It's not happening. Okay. So everything starts with intent. Absolutely everything. And you'll hear me say often that pain pushes until vision pulls. Pain pushes until vision pulls. And if the only reason why you're on this call is because of pain, then you're here for the wrong reason. I want to be very clear about that. It's not to say that there are not things that are going on that are very painful, but it isn't going to be transformational work until you have a vision that's pulling you. So I want you to take your opening statements that you made now even a little bit deeper. Okay, everybody just take a breath. Everyone, I want you to go a little bit deeper. And the place that I'm wanting you to go now is, on what authority do you stand? Okay. Everybody talked about how they wanted to be able to do this and they felt this. But I'm wanting you to we're going to do another round of this, and I want you to speak from a more definitive place. So for example, if I were to initially have said, well, you know, there are a lot of things that are going on in the world, and I think that, you know, maybe it's time for me to step up and to start doing something. And I think Reverend Deborah might have some good ideas. So, you know, I'm here to see what she has to say. Okay. That's okay for round one. Now we're in round two. And round two would sound something a little bit more like, there is something within me that is calling me. I believe in it. I trust it. I'm going to stand on it. I am a spiritual being. My word is power. And I know that I am. Can you feel the difference in that? Do you feel the difference in that? Yes? Okay, so this is a training. We're going to do another round. And now let's talk about why it is that you're here. Talk about the authority upon which you stand to be here. Okay, and if you're not speaking, put your phone on, put your computer on mic, or put your phone on mic, because we're getting a lot of feedback. On mute, excuse me. Mute yourself.
It's more than just Wi-Fi. It can help grow your business.
Okay, somebody's listening to a program,
Introducing Wi-Fi for
like a television or something.
Comcast Business, built for business. You know, some people have told me reverse mortgages sound.
Somebody's listening to a commercial about reverse mortgages. You need to mute yourself.
Famous and you're still on your own. Gotta be a catch, right? Well, there isn't. It's like any other one, except with a reverse mortgage.
Rev D, it's got to be somebody who's on the phone, because that's why the green phone keeps flashing down.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that whoever's on the phone, mute yourself.
If you're 62 years old and you're on the phone, you may qualify for a government-insured reverse mortgage loan able to allow certain equity.
I don't know, maybe they've left the call.
You have the power to mute phone people, Rev, from your menu.
Do I?
But it's clearly somebody who's on the phone.
No. Because that bleeds all into the recording.
And the picture keeps popping up and down too. Is there? It's quiet.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay. Yeah. Because it's speech activated. All right. So we're going to go through another round. And upon what authority do you stand to be on this call? Okay. So, Kaylee, we're going to start with you.
Well, here's the truth of the matter, Rev. I'm an extremely powerful person.
All right.
And I know in many ways, because I'm a child of God, not me kidding.
All right.
Incredibly powerful. And you have taught me many things. And one of the ones that I use all the time is to bring myself unto the circumstance.
Yes.
And I know how to do that in so many ways. But when the way is controversial socially, I need more training in how to bring my whole self there. I know how to do it in so much of my life, but this is kind of a missing piece for me. Not I'm missing, but the training to be able to handle awkward social situations and bring my whole self unto it is I need to hone myself. Hone my skills in order to do it.
Okay. I'll buy that answer. You need to hone your skills.
Not me, I'm fine.
But I want you in social situation now here to stand on the same authority. Okay? But I want it out your mouth. I want you to say
I have every intention of standing in my total authority in all situations.
There you go.
That is absolutely my intent.
There you go. Okay.
And I'll tell you, Rev, this unto instead of into has changed my life.
Okay. So let me explain what that unto and into is about that Kaylee is speaking about. So
somebody's on the phone.
Now somebody's got music.
Is somebody listening to music? Background music. Can you mute yourself?
It's Dwayne.
Dwayne, are you there?
I think he might have put us on hold. That sounds like hold music.
Dwayne, are you there?
Oh, where did you go?
Right. Can you mute him? Okay, we're trying to mute.
Okay, we muted Dwayne.
Okay, all right. So he was going to be next on my list. Gail, tell us what authority you're standing on now.
Okay, I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. You know, the thought that comes to mind is my experience as a human being on this earth is the authority that I stand on to do this work.
Very good. Love it. Love it. And I realized I got distracted and didn't finish the unto and into.
Yes.
So the spirit letters explain the difference between unto and into. Is when you are stepping into a situation, you are mindful of how that situation is going to impact you. In fact, we often go into situations for that very reason. We go into marriages, we go into educational programs, we go into various jobs. However, unto is just the opposite. With unto, it isn't that you're going to be changed by the circumstance, but you are going to bring something with you that is going to change what you're stepping into. It's like, who influences whom? Okay. And I believe this is part of the reason why it is said, it is done unto you as you believe. It is done unto you as you believe. What you bring with you in your belief system is what is going to be responded to, out there in the universe. Yes. Very good. So Gail. So that was Gail. How about Nate? Upon what authority are you standing? Unmute yourself.
So I feel this deep calling from God, Spirit, Universe, that it's time. It's time for me to do something differently, to be in this society, on this planet in a different manner, and I need to find out what that is.
Very good. Very good. Esperanza, what about you?
She doesn't have a speaker.
Okay. Then put it in the chat. How about you, Elizabeth?
I got a calling on my soul to become a minister. And
Get a little closer to the mic.
Okay. So I have a calling to become a minister.
All right.
And I'm shaking right now just by, saying it. It's shit scary.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what that's going to look like, what it's going to be like, where it's going to be. Yeah.
Congratulations. If you weren't scared, I wouldn't trust it.
Okay, I'm trembling.
This is good. This is really, 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 really good.
Okay, and the best part is that I actually started foundation classes. So we have next class on Saturday, and it's from Colorado.
All right. Very good. How about you, Judy? Upon what are you standing?
I am standing on the beauty of knowing myself as a divine being and really wanting to be more human and connect with other humans and really move into a place of social reform. I'm so longing for change.
Good. Good. How about you, Leah?
Hi, so I'm standing on the knowing that I'm a spiritual being, that I stand for compassion and inclusion and for all humanity. And I know that the micro influences the macro, and if each of us start as individuals, then we have the power to inform change. That it can start, and it goes both ways, but I know that I have the power to start with myself.
Great. Very good. How about you, Tamate?
I stand in the knowledge that the rights that I have as a human being are sacred, they're God-given, and that with that rights comes a lot of responsibilities for me. And I'm just blessed to know that I have the abilities from what Rev has taught me to stand in my courage and know that those rights are sacred. And I just want to be able to speak that truth and pass that word to all my brethren.
All right. Sounding good. You know, if you want to come over here to see it, you can.
You're not using this headset. I can use.
So we've had somebody else is joining us here.
Thank you. My name is Zelma Fennell. I've been coming to Light for 12 years, and I'm standing on the right of love and justice and peace for all, and I want to join the movement to be conscious of where we are and where I'm standing at and where we are standing at in this world today and what I'm supposed to do for the world of helping people to come together as one.
All right. Lifetime of that. Oh, Margot, tell us, on what are you standing?
I am standing on the knowledge that God is good all of the time, and that I can access this energy, and that God wants to hear what it is that I want to do, and God will support me in whatever I am doing, and looking for love in all places, and changing whatever it is that is mixed up right now and needs to be reinforced with love and light and joy. And that's who I am, that's where I stand, and I am capable of using this energy and directing this energy for the highest good.
All right. Sounds good to me. Okay. Are there any other people who are on this program who have not spoken up yet upon what you stand? I wonder if I've got to unmute. Do I have to unmute the phone people?
I don't think so. Did you mute them all?
I think she might have muted them all.
You might want to try to unmute Dwayne to see if he's back.
Okay.
Look on the list on the right.
All right. And there's someone who's at a 310-722 number.
So you might be able to right-click on the muted piece and right-click, and it should unmute it. Yeah, so then you just, there you go.
Dwayne, are you there? Okay. And we heard from Esperanza. Esperanza says, solidly anchored in God, and I am standing in my power, knowing that I am divinely guided. I am being called to be my highest with love and compassion for all humanity. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Why do you think I'm starting here? Why do you think I'm asking everybody to say not just what brings you to the call, but upon what do you stand? Okay. This training isn't just about you sitting here and learning from me. I'm trying to draw out from you what you know. Okay. So why do you think I've started here?
So I would say it's a lot like of what Kaylee had said about, we're great that we can sit here at church or in our spiritual community and be loving and compassionate and stand in our truth. yet when we get out into some other circles and things. So by starting here and boldly standing in what we know, each and every time we do that, it makes us stronger and a remembering when we walk out of these rooms.
Yes. Okay. So, lesson number 1, okay, and this sort of pain pushes until vision pulls. You want to be proactive, not reactive. It is extremely important that you not be just responding to everybody else's energy. They set the tone. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. Like, who gets to set the tone? If you do not know what you're grounded in, it kind of looks like this. And you see me do this at church sometimes. It's kind of like we're a little marionette, okay? And you know, this is the convention. This is the police. This is the economy. This is the, and we're doing like this. Are you with me? So we're just, yeah, we're all over the place, and we're being jerked by everybody's strings, and that's what the media is doing. The media is pulling our strings, okay, and getting us sidetracked, sometimes on the most obscure things or the things that don't really make a difference, because they know that that's where the focus of our attention is going to go. So, rule number 1 is control. Self-control. Control of your mind and control of your sense of purpose and what it is that you are about. The media will make us believe that things are out of control and that we're too small to make a difference. Like the big monster that's out there. And you have to have an undying, unwavering belief that you can make a difference. Listen to what I'm saying. And your measurement by which you can make a difference cannot be short-sighted. Okay? We live in a popcorn kind of mentality. We want everything instantly. We want everything today. Okay? This messes up with everything, our relationships to our economy. You know, we're always looking at our profits quarter to quarter to quarter and can't invest long enough to really see a change. Okay? So you could be in slavery and maybe you personally never see the freedom. But you don't stop believing in the freedom because you don't think you can be free. Do you hear what I'm saying? You don't stop because you don't think it's possible for you or possible in your lifetime. You have to come at this work like a gardener. Think of a gardener. When you are planting crops, you can't eat from the seeds that you were planting right now. It could take 10 years for that particular seed to yield you anything that you could eat. Okay? But you're not going to starve in the meantime, because you will be eating from the fruits of other seeds that were planted at other times. Does this make sense? Okay. So you have to be in it for the long haul. The long haul. A vision that has you believing in possibility and that you make a difference. Otherwise, we're like the person that keeps digging up the soil to see if the plant is growing. Okay. No, I'm really serious. Okay, and we can get discouraged, easily get discouraged, particularly if it looks like things are going in the opposite direction of what our prayers have been. But that's a part of the process. Okay? That's a part of the process. So often things seem to, quote unquote, get worse before they get better. What needs to be healed is revealed. So we have to be in there for the long haul, long term. Okay? If you are in this for instant gratification, this is not the program for you. I'm really serious.
I know you.
This is not the program. Okay? It's the long haul. When we say upon what authority do we stand, it is also going to be your source of replenishment. Doing this work is exhausting. It is emotionally and psychologically exhausting. And you need to fill up your little tank every day. You have to tap into the well every day. And if you know the authority upon which you stand, that authority will give you what you need. It will give you the opportunities to make a difference. It will give you the discernment to know what to say and when. It will give you the strength and the courage to keep going. It will give you the heart space to love, okay, when you don't want to love. And when you don't know where you are standing, eventually you get pulled onto the other people's ground.
That is true.
Am I lying?
I know you. That is true. Wow. That is true.
Yeah.
That's 100% true.
Mm-hmm. See, I see we got some witnesses in the house. So I'm gonna stop right here for a moment and just let this sink in, and some feedback, some comments about this. Is this resonating with you? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Okay, so let's get some comments in here. Who wants to say something about this? Zelma, you being an amen corner over here. Zelma's like, oh, this is so true.
Well, we now want to say something about it for experience in my life. I was born and raised in the South. I know it since I was 4.
Tell them exactly where you were raised.
I was raised in Mississippi, Columbia, Mississippi, Phosphorus, a little community town, Baptist community. And ever since I was 4 years old, I knew I could make a difference in life by looking at what was going on in the racial on both sides, saying one thing that the Bible we had to read the Bible from front to back, as we had junior home mission where we were growing up at. So reading this Bible and listening what was going outside of what the word was saying. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking up, I'm just gonna say, I just looked up in the sky and said, I know you don't want it this way, this is not what you mean. Mm-hmm. And like Reverend Deborah said, and I said this also, it's not a quick fix, it's a long haul. I'm 69 years old. I was 4 years old when I become the knowledge of being what the Spirit wants me to be. Mm-hmm. And I haven't stopped yet and won't stop. And I had to renew myself a week ago. If it's okay, I can read this testimony.
Yeah.
We were having a family reunion, and there's some issue I had to deal with that I didn't want to do, but I prayed. I prayed on it, and I just fell on my knees and started praying. God, help me decide, help me with these issues I'm dealing with within my own self. Nobody but me. Mm-hmm. So I went to church that morning, And the preacher said, look within yourself, what you need to fix in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I started looking in myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go to that family issue and confess what I had been saying, that now I'm going to change my mind of doing it the correct way.
Mm-hmm.
What Spirit want me to do or what God want me to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what she's saying, the long haul. This is a long haul. I'm not going to give up because I got other stuff, other source I want to do. I want to do for the goodness of God, the love of God, and help other people and talk to people about it. Looked at it, when you start looking in yourself, what you can do for the social being of what justice is right.
Yes.
And love each other.
Yes.
Like he wanted us to be.
Exactly.
No matter who you are.
There you go. All right. Okay, you're doing well. So, we're going to do another round.
Hey, Rev, this is Kaylee. Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
So I understand 100% what you're saying, and it makes so much sense. Patience has never been my virtue, but it's about time I develop a little more patience. But you've given me something else already that brings a tear to my eye on this call, and that is fellow travelers. I'm not here by myself. I'm here with other people, and that is such comfort to me.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And that's what makes the change. You know, this is not an individual thing. You've never seen any transformational movement that happened through just individuals. It's through the collective consciousness. And we haven't been doing this enough. We haven't been doing this enough. You know, the activist communities are not being grounded in their spirituality, and the spiritual communities aren't doing much in activism. And it's time to bring the two together. It really, really is. Okay. So, you're doing well. You're getting it. You have to have an intent that's bigger than just your own personal ego gratification. I want to make a difference. I want to come in here and I want to see this thing change now. Is it? No. We're part of something that's much bigger. There is a patience that's there. We have to have a vision that's pulling us. We step onto it. We stand on a certain spiritual authority so that we're not waffling. We're not quibbling. We're not asking, can we, should we, how are we going to be received? None of that kind of stuff. It's that I can show up here because Spirit is calling me. Okay. So now I'm going to have you go the next step with this. So you passed the first step, which was good. Nobody was on the victim, villain, hero triangle when I was asking you why you were here. There wasn't a bunch of the bad guys and this and that and woo, you know, we didn't do that. And what I heard most of you saying is that you knew that there was something else that could be possible. Okay, you were opening up to something else that could be possible. Okay? Now I'm going to ask you to go further, and I'm going to ask you to name it. Give it a face. Give it a vision. It's like, if there were that something better, what would better be? What would that be? Even if it's just one thing. In society now where you're feeling like, you know, God, it just doesn't have to be this way. So then if it doesn't have to be this way, what way can it be? Name it. Name it. Does everybody have something? Okay, Judy, you're on.
Okay, well, naturally I have two somethings, but the biggest something that I want is I see a world in which we have decided that it's better to not feel our lives and to numb ourselves or use pharmaceuticals or whatever to tolerate this world. I really want to inspire for people to be willing to feel their lives. And I think somehow that the change in consciousness, when people don't feel well, their friends all tell them, oh, you need an antidepressant, or you should try this drug. We're looking to manipulate who we are to fit what we think we want. And I want to say that there is just this way of feeling so tremendously good about being alive in a body on a planet. And I want to infect everyone with that feeling. Woo! Yeah, can you feel that?
Yeah, I can feel that.
Can you feel the difference? Mm-hmm. And just saying, well, you know, I think there's something possible other than what we've been doing. And you just put forth a vision. Okay? This woman right here helped me on Monday night to learn how to state it in a positive way, and I would love to partner with you. There you go. Okay. So, Tamati, you're on. Okay? What do you know? What is this vision? What do you know? Give me one thing.
I know I stand in peace. I stand in nonviolence. I know that this world is a peaceful world. I know everyone can live together in peace. I know that we don't need guns. We don't need disruption. We need people to come together and realize that we are all in this together and that our life depends on each other, not depend on governments who tell us that we should be separate.
Amen. How does it feel saying that?
It feels powerful. I know I'm a powerful human being. I know that I stand for peace. I know that I am peace. I know this world is full of peace.
Amen. You feel the difference already?
Yes.
How about you, Kaylee?
I know that each human being I will ever encounter is a magnificent treasure. And the world will treat everybody as a magnificent treasure, but even more important, every person will know that they are a magnificent treasure.
All right, Elizabeth.
So what keeps coming back into my mind is actually one of Ricky's song. And one of the lines is, so what if the nations would have rise up? And that is so true, because everywhere I go, I see that people can be more responsible. They can be more. I can hear you, by the way. What was that? So
nations can rise up.
Yeah, you know, everybody could just get to another level to get up and stand up and don't act like kids and be responsible, because each and every one has responsible for this planet.
Yes.
For all the countries, for every single human being.
Yes. And now declare that as being so. Not just that it can be.
No, of course it's possible. If everyone just
but state it as a fact. As it is this.
Okay, so I see that all the nation is standing up.
There you go.
Every single human being is standing up straight in their back. They are confident. They are happy. They are powerful. They are in their best God self. They know who they are. They know that they are God in action. They know that they are the expressions of God unfolding on this planet and working it, doing it, expressing it.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Can you feel that? Can you just imagine if that's how we talk to people?
Oh my God.
Just like we're talking to each other now. Can you just imagine if instead of the doomsday conversation, ooh, did you look at the convention? If we say, I know that this is a world that's possible. Bam!
Did I say something?
Yeah, come on.
What you just said is true.
What do you know?
What I know that it's true and love. I go to gym. Yesterday I had two persons that was kind of down and depressed.
Mm-hmm.
One about himself. I said, don't. He said, well, like bad stuff is coming back in. I said, no, don't claim it. Please don't claim it. I said, claim what you know is right. And the other guy came and she was talking about what's going on in the world. I said, no. I said, don't claim that. I said, claim love and peace. I said, here, you got to claim the power and the peace in love.
Yeah.
I said, don't go with the negativity of what it is. And those two gentlemen, I don't know, I started not to go, but some just power me to go to that. You got to go to the gym today. And I was yesterday morning to see those two gentlemen give me a hug and thank me. I didn't go with negativity. I go with them to feel good about yourself. The world, you're not of this world, but just help power this world in love and peace like you're feeling. Get away from the negative. And that really made me feel good when they gave me a big hug, say thank you.
Amen.
And when we can do that to others, to give them the love and the peace.
Yes.
That's what God wants us to do. And help them, maybe they'll go on and spread it to someone else.
Exactly.
So that's what we're trying to, that's what we create in here. That's what I'm creating here.
Yes.
That empowerment to go out to help others and showing that there's love and peace. Not so much not violent.
Exactly.
Now.
There you go. There you go. How about you, Nate? So what do you know? What is a vision you can tell us?
My vision is that everyone on the planet be seen as sacred, holy, divine, the divine beings that we are, and treated with respect, dignity, and acceptance. And I mean everybody, no matter who, you know, I don't care about labels, just everybody.
All right. See how compelling that is? And when we speak from the heart? How about you, Leah?
A little bit of your words, but something that just so resonated with me from Sunday is that I envision and I stand for a world that works for everyone. That every single person, no matter where your stature, where your place in this world, that you come from compassion first.
Yes.
That every human is treated as the beautiful child of God that they are. Dignity is their divine right inheritance.
Yes.
And everybody sees the humanity that we're in this together.
Yes. Exactly. And can you imagine what a difference it would make if this was the conversation? If people started saying stuff like this, started saying stuff like, you know, why are we profiling Muslims? You know, to look, every single person is sacred. Bam, you know, why are the police shooting up? Every single person is sacred.
Yes. So whether right now, whether we're looking at them, people as victims or everybody, each sees shares the compassion for one another.
Yes.
So whether you're feeling victimized or villainized, that to see the other side, like you say, there's two sides to every story.
Right.
You know, then there's the truth. And I just want people to be treated with dignity.
Yes.
Every being. Animals.
Yes.
Dignity.
And that's what I'm, you know, listen to my last Sunday sermon. What is that? July 17th?
Yeah.
You know, listen to that. July 17, 2016. Because it speaks of this, how we have to put a demand.
Yes.
We have to put a demand out there. We keep worrying about who's going to bring the supply when we haven't put the demand. Esperanza says at the vision, we're being called into action into the world to be the love, to be compassion, and to be peace, to be unity. Do you feel the difference in this? The difference when you stand someplace, when you stand for something, when you have a sense of a moral, spiritual authority to stand upon.
I like it when you say that, spiritual authority.
Yes, it's a spiritual authority.
I like how when you say that, it's from your heart, from your mind and your heart.
Exactly.
And when we put that together, when we can all join that together.
Yes.
That's when things start happening.
Yes.
In this world.
Yes.
We all start from that spiritual, like you say, from the spiritual being from your heart.
Yes.
From your heart, not just lip saying.
Yes.
From your heart, and people can see that in you.
Yes.
And when they can see that in you, you spreading that, say, oh, it may be something I got to change myself.
Mm-hmm.
They look at you, but you mean it from your heart, not just saying it, but you're being that person, being that.
Exactly.
Can you see that?
Yes.
That was an image that Nate created and we had on Facebook after your sermon on Sunday.
I did. I saw that.
Yeah.
The image says, can we put out a demand for peace, a demand for love, a demand for one nation living in harmony? Yes. Thank you, Nate.
That was cool. I just screen shared.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey. So now that we've learned how to do that, next time I can have some more training materials on there. We got started a little bit late fooling around with the technical stuff. Do all of you have another 5 or 10 minutes that we could give this so we have a full hour?
Yeah.
Can you do that? Okay. So just some feedback now, because this is at the fundamental beginning spot. What difference are you noticing now in just these few things that we have gone over right now? Like either how you feel differently or how you see things differently. What kind of shift from looking at life from this perspective is it making for you right now, Leah?
I feel excited and energized, and I've got to say I've been like attached to CNN for the last 3 days, and I wouldn't say I'm totally was buying into it and depressed, but it seemed like we got a lot of work, but I feel enthusiastic right now.
Good. Anybody else? What a difference and a shift this is making in you now.
It's making me feel I feel more energized. It's just been, I'm getting recharged.
Mm-hmm.
and feeling more inside of me. That's more energy is putting out. That I can put out more.
Good.
And I am more grounded. And know that all the stuff bombards you all the day long. And you have to be focused on what you're doing. You have to be true to yourself, know what you're doing, and do it.
Yes.
For me, this whole situation has made me realize how so much that how they want you to be victimized. I am not a victim.
No.
I stand strong in my courage, and I know who I am, and I know that this change that's coming is going to be positive because I want to be a part of it.
There you go. There you go.
So this is Kaylee. I hadn't realized how isolated I felt until now. I feel never more part of a community than I have in the last 50 minutes. It's something I've been searching for my whole life, is a committed community that just doesn't talk, but talks and does.
Amen.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Amen.
I'm so glad you're here.
Yes.
Amen on that.
Yes.
I second that.
So I really believe that I have been living these last 8 years of my commitment to do my deep soul work and live in the world in this way. And Kaylee, I feel this isolation and how I don't quite know how to do this into groups. I heard Rev D say on Sunday, okay, there's going to be a team down on the playing field. And I have a vision that I got in that moment that there's a coach and a community and a team, and I want to be on it.
Amen. Amen. What about you, Elizabeth?
Wow. I'm just so glad that I just responded.
And yes, wonderful.
Yeah. I'm like, I have no idea what this is. I'm just, okay, let me do this. And I so feel with you, Kaylee. I've been feeling so alone. I've been begging for prayer partners at Agape that would just not be committed. I'm like, hey, we can pray like 3 times a day. What's the big deal? Yeah, right. You know, and I'm like, my God, where are these people who wants to do it?
Here we are. And you know what? As we're going forward here, I'm feeling people out that are going to be joining these, because I have an idea of how I think it needs to be structured, but these are kind of focus sessions for me as well, getting a feel for what I think people might need the most. It's my first time actually trying to do trainings virtually like this, but I'm feeling confident that we can really go, you know, over some deep ground.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Elizabeth, that I might have missed this with my running back and forth during your introduction. I know that you're coming in from the Netherlands. No, you're not. Who is that?
I'm from Norway.
Oh, Norway. Okay, I'm sorry. I saw it in your chat, and I couldn't remember where you said. How did you hear about this?
I saw the post on Facebook.
Okay, good. I just we're kind of keeping track of how we're connecting with people. So are you friends with Rev D on her page, or is it on the internet?
And I'm so glad that it's meant a lot to me, that
great
request. So yeah, thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Elizabeth. Just some housekeeping.
So we're about to wind up this session now, but we're off to a good grounding start. Okay, we're going to keep building, and I'm going to ask other people who are joining us to listen to the archives so that they can get, you know, get a sense of it.
So you're recommending that we continue on the next 2 calls?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh definitely. Definitely. So the next one is Monday.
So it's a to be continued. Yes.
Yes. This is definitely a to be continued.
So what about people who are present here physically? Are we going to be?
We'll make it a little bit better, I think.
So those of you who are here physically, we will make sure that you are able to, you know, participate. Either, you know, I would suggest that you either come here, like, so we're all, so that we're all together in some kind, more like in a meeting when you're doing, you know, Zoom in a meeting room so you can see everybody. And, you know, I personally think that there's a benefit to being able to physically, you know, be here as well, you know, if at all possible. There's just something I think about the human contact that's also good. But the next time, and then I want to give you assignment. So the next time, is this coming Monday. It's going to be at the same time. And what I'm going to ask you to do as part of a take-home assignment from here is to go back to the things that we have covered today. Okay? And every day, just keep coming back to it, because you're going to keep getting different answers. Every day, keep coming back to what's calling me now. What's calling me now? On what authority do I stand? What is my vision? What is this positive thing that I know? And you will either keep expanding, like it'll get bigger and broader, or the depth in which you stand in it will grow, or both, okay? But these are seeds that we're planting. It's our garden. Okay? And we want to tend to this garden. Now, this afternoon here, starting at 4:30, when the last night of the Republican National Convention starts, okay, we're going to be live streaming it here. And anybody that wants to come and drop in can come in and drop in. The final speaker is the Republican nominee, Donald J. Trump, who will be, I would imagine, I mean, I'm not exactly sure, but I would imagine would probably be around 7:30, 8 o'clock, you know, or 7 o'clock Pacific time. Okay. If you were here, fine. If you were not, fine. But what I would really encourage you to do as part of your take-home assignment is tune into this convention. Tune into it and listen, be present with this stuff that we were just talking about. No matter what you hear, no matter what you hear, do not waver from the vision that you know. No matter what you hear, don't waver an iota from the idea that your presence and your consciousness makes a difference. I don't care how big or how massive any of that stuff feels. Just practice what this is like, okay? Because these are like dry runs where you're not actually in the presence of these individuals. But I'm training you to be able to actually be in the presence. You know, I'm training you to actually be able to be at some conference or convention or some discussion group or something or whatnot, and to physically be there and not waver. You know, before the freedom fighters went to the lunch counters, they had to be trained. People actually cussed them out, poured stuff on their head, you know, simulated for them everything that they were going to go through. You know, the marchers didn't just start marching. They learned how to link arms. They learned how to sit down. They learned how to roll. They learned what to do when the hoses and the dogs and all of that, so that when they went there, they were prepared and they weren't bowled over. Okay, so you're being trained here now how to not get off your game. You're being trained here now. How can you stand in what you know wherever, with family members, on your job, out in the community, not by debating, not by arguing them on their turf and their game, but by so powerfully speaking your vision. Being able to so powerfully speak your vision. So we're not doing this thing. Yes. Yes. Okay? So.
Hey, Rev D, this is Kaylee. Can I just add something really quickly?
Yes.
Remember that Donald Trump is a divine child of God as well.
Exactly.
Yes.
And this is what I am saying. If your vision is what you say your vision is, then bring it to this convention tonight. If you really believe that there's oneness, and if you really believe that everybody's a child of God, listen to all that stuff and see all of them as children of God. Put some muscle. Put some muscle back behind this. Okay, this is heavy lifting now.
This is no lightweight.
This is no lightweight. This is heavy lifting now.
This is true, and it's like when I went home and I talked to my cousin about the situation. I said, we got to do some praying and some heavy. He said, you coming back? I said, I'm coming. I said, I'll be there to help you, because he belonged to the NAACP there. And he made a change in the community there.
Right.
And I said, I'm coming back to help you with this change. I said, well, we got to pray for the others. We got to pray for our enemy also, as we are ourselves. And I said, that's what we got to do. And that's what I've been doing this whole session here, because I've been praying for myself not to get what you're saying, Reverend Deborah.
Yes.
Not to get in that negativity with them, not to get angry with this person.
Yes.
Just to get just for pure love toward them. So he making start getting that drift, changing he or she mind.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
So I'm going to end on this. I'm going to end with a quick little Bible story.
Elizabeth has a chat, something in chat.
Oh, okay. Please.
She chatted in the chat room.
Oh, Elizabeth. So what have I gotten myself into? Are we doing a class? What do you want to name it? I thought you was going to say, love Donald Trump. Cool. Yes. Love Donald Trump.
That's it.
Love Donald Trump.
That's
You know, he's a child of God. He's a child of God as much as any of us are. And we either believe in the oneness or we don't. And as long as there is a but or an exception, we don't believe in it.
It's testing your faith.
Yes.
You're on mute, Elizabeth.
This is testing our faith.
Yeah.
Give what you want to receive.
Yeah.
If you want to be completely included, then be inclusive.
Yes.
So we're going to end now in this quick little Bible story. This is the origins of the phrase, for such a time as this. It comes from a biblical story. It's out of the book of Esther. So Esther was a Jew. And Esther's uncle, Mordecai, put her up to be in the pool of women that might be able to be with the king, with the Pharaoh. And the Pharaoh didn't know that she was Jewish and took her in as a bride. This is obviously the condensed Black version. So some stuff was about to go down. Stuff was about to go down that was being planned against the Jews. And Mordecai goes to Esther and explains to Esther, you got to come out the closet. Now, it may cost you your life. It may do that. Okay. However, perhaps you have this ear. Perhaps you have been put in this position of privilege. Perhaps you have this kind of access for such a time as this. Perhaps you have been strategically placed to have a voice in this moment if you dare to come out your comfort zone, if you dare to take some risks, if you dare to speak some truths. You just might be able to avert some stuff, but maybe you're not here just for your cushy something in this palace. Maybe you're supposed to do something with all this privilege.
Oh, you're here for
You're here, yes.
For a reason.
Yes. In this situation.
You did not know you were going to be here for a reason.
And you didn't know that.
Yes.
That might not have been your intent.
Yes.
That may not have been anything, but perhaps.
Yes.
Perhaps.
You have to.
Okay. And this is what I'm saying about all of us, is that each of us will have these little strategic moments in life. Somebody's ear, a way to make a difference. What if we dare to come out of the closet with our visions?
Yes.
Dare to come out of the closets with the truth of who we are. To stand on some kind of spiritual authority without being too mindful of the risk that it is to us.
And not be afraid.
Not be afraid to take the chance for the higher calling.
You got to trust in who you believe. If you believe in God, will stand with you, He will.
Exactly.
You may have to die, but you got to go with that faith.
You got to do some stuff.
You got to do some stuff.
You got to do some
stuff. When you stand in that vision,
exactly.
You are not afraid.
You are not afraid.
You're afraid, but you're not afraid.
Exactly.
And you asking Him to go with you, whatever this is going to be. Just stand by me and you go with me.
That's it. We all gonna go sometime.
Yes.
But there's all different ways to die.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's not just one way to die.
No, there's not. But there is a big spiritual death that's happening now.
Yeah, that's what.
These forms that are out of alignment with spiritual truth, they're going to fall. Okay? But can we hospice them with dignity and grace? Can we hospice them?
Can you
Yes.
say whatever, and when it comes to that moment,
Yes.
I can do a testify for myself. I was going into an accident in '76, and I was seeing this car a truck coming head on at me, and I just in second, you just totally relax in that whatever it to be, you relax in that moment. I relaxed, so I can tell you everything that went on in that moment. It was in slow motion. And I just did what the Spirit said. Turn. If I hadn't turned, it'd have been, I just turned, just that moment. And I was pinning in the car. But I was relaxed. As I went through that moment, I totally got relaxed. With no fear. All thing I can say, my brother's here. He can tell family what happened. This in seconds. Mm-hmm. But you do, when you come to that moment of you standing into something, you are protected.
Yeah.
You may lose your life, but you're doing something within the moment what's right. And like I said, if you stand in the spirit of right and we doing what's right for the spirit of God and His love, mm-hmm. you come to that and say, I'm willing to take a step back.
There you go.
But you gotta feel, it's gonna be fear, like you say, Reverend Deborah. If we wasn't afraid, we wouldn't need to be here for you teaching us. If we weren't afraid, we shouldn't be here. Mm-hmm. But we are afraid. I speak for myself. Mm-hmm. I have that fear. I always have that fear, but I always step out. Don't ask me why. Mm-hmm. But I've always had that fear, but I had to step out. Mm-hmm. I had to step out of the box.
Yes.
And once you step out of the box with the spirit of God in you,
yes,
you get connected with angels that's supposed to be with you.
Amen. So we will end on that note. We will end on the quote from Audre Lorde, my favorite quote. When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid. When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision. I love that definition of power. To use my strength in the service of my vision, it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid. Thank you, my brothers and sisters.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's on.
Yes, it is.
All right. Tune in with you on Monday. Yay!
Is it at noon on Monday too?
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.